Also, on behalf of the staff from the KFA, a very warm welcome. A very warm day, a very important day for all of us. I think also especially for the players, they are waiting. But before we give the final list of 23 players plus 5 standby players, I will give you some information. First of all, I would like to tell you that we start this Sunday at 12 o'clock. We come together at Pachu, KFA's training center, and on Monday we have the first informal press conference with the press and the players, so that you are informed, you get informed about the time, etc. As you know, there are still some competition going on Sunday in Turkey, so that means that Lee will come on Tuesday, so not everybody will be there, but the majority of the squad will be at Pachu. Well, you all know that our staff traveled a lot the last couple of months after our tour with the team from 6 weeks. So we got a great impression in the quality of the players. After that, when they went back to the club, we have seen them playing in Europe, here in Korea. So in that way, we think that we have a very balanced squad and a squad that can surprise a lot of people in the world. Well, we start with the goalkeepers.
자, 그러면 골키퍼부터 시작하겠습니다.
And we start with the captain of the team, number 1.
자, 우리 팀의 주장인 1번부터.
Lee Jae. Number 1 and our captain, number 20, will be Kim Young-dae. I think some people are surprised. Number 21, Kim Young-kwang. Number 23, Chu Wan-hee. Number 4, Chae Jin-ju. He will be not available on Sunday because he has still a game next week. Number 3, Kim Dong-jin. Number 6, Kim Jin-kyu. Number 18, Kim Sang-sik. Number 2, Kim Young-chul. Number 12, Lee Young-pyo. Number 22, Song Jong-ju. Midfielder, number 15. After when this is finished, you get everything on paper with all the names. Number 15, Baek Ji-hoon. Number 8, Kim Do-yoon. Number 5, Kim Na-mil. Number 13, it's a difficult name, Lee Yul-young. Number 17, Lee Ho. That's easy. And number 7, Park Ji-sung. They are the midfielders. Striker was number 9. Number 19, Choi Chae-jin. Number 16, Jung Kyung-ho. Number 14, Lee Chung-so. Number 10, Park Ji-young. Number 11, Sol Ki-yoon. These are the 23 players who will join us this Sunday. We have 5 players who are standby.
그리고 5명의 선수가 예비 명단에 들어가게 되겠습니다.
So if something will happen with players, we are allowed to change players if there is a serious injury.
만약에 선수가 큰 부상을 당했을 경우에 이 선수 교체가 가능한 것으로 알고 있습니다.
The goalkeeper is the goalkeeper from Seoul, Kim Yong-ji. The defender from Ulsan, Yoo Kyung-yu. And there's also a difficult name, Jang Hak Young, the fullback from Seongnam. Midfielder, Kim Young-ho, and the striker from Frankfurt, Chaduri. They are the players, they are on standby, what I said, if something happened. Well, I don't want to mention a player's name, but we were waiting till the end, till after the games yesterday, before we made our final decision. And it was a long process, because we discussed it with the whole squad, with the staff together, and we think we have a very, very balanced squad, a squad with players who can play on different positions. And I think that's the good thing what we have find. The good thing is as well that we have find that as well in the 6 weeks tournament in January and February. We were quite impressed with the quality of our squad, and with the last couple of months playing in the K-League, we came till the final decisions. Yeah, there's a special reason to make a standby list, because in football everything is possible, and if something happens we have the time to change, so players has to be informed that if something happens that they have to come. And don't think that we just think one night we make the list. No, we consider a lot before we make the list together, and what we have said, we have a good impression about everybody, the way they can play, not only one position. I think we have a very strong squad. We have disadvantage and advantage. And disadvantage is that we play away. But what I said, we showed on our tour that we can play away as well and we can win as well. But that's what we have to try. Secondly, I think the biggest advantage is, comparing with 2002, is that we have now 10 players who played already a World Cup, have 4 years more experience in the competition, some competition in England and Holland, some in Turkey, some in Germany, so in that way they know what kind of competition you can expect. So on that level we have to think, and with all respect, it is a different level than the K-League. So in that way we have an advantage comparing with 2002, that they played already a World Cup, and some players are playing in a very strong competition. Well, first we have to find out on Monday how the squad is, physical-wise. That's important to know. What is also important, we have seen that that when the balance in the team is okay, so as well defensively as attacking-wise, then we can be very dangerous. So what we have still to improve is when we lose the ball, that we have to fight back to get as quick as possible. And when we have the ball, then we must have the attention to score a goal. And we think that we are capable to damage a lot of defense, because we have a lot of skillful players and talented players. So in that way it's always a balance forwards and a balance backwards. And that's what we have to improve, to be a team. Well, you have seen here in this beautiful hotel, there are a lot of people, so the expectation is very high. And well, we showed in the past that we can do something. We still are in a very difficult group with France, Togo and Switzerland, but we are capable to come at least in the second round. And from that moment on, in football is everything possible. So in that way, I think we can do the job. Well, I still think that individual-wise is Brazil the favorite, but that will not always mean that they will become the champion, because a lot of other things are very important in the tournament. The luck, the form, are they tired or not tired after a very demanding season? So in that way we will see, but quality-wise is Brazil a very big favorite. For myself, well, in '94 I was manager of Holland in America. That was for me the first big tournament. And what I can remember from that was it was a very hot tournament, because the weather was, I think, 30 or 40 degrees. So in that way in Germany we expect normal weather so that everybody can adapt. Yeah, that's a good question, because we have seen in 2002 that the teams who had the best preparation, because they were taken out of the competition, like Korea, like America, like some other teams, the players were very fresh and fit. But we have also seen some other countries, like France, like Argentina, with players who played in a very difficult competition. They were playing a lot of games and they were very tired. So we have to find out the way we have to train. So we can better train less and keep them fit than train twice a day to show the world that we are training twice a day. Now we have to see on Monday with our medical staff the best thing what we have to do for the players. So don't make the same mistake what a lot of coaches did in 2002. After the competition, a lot of training and hard training. Sometimes there's no need to do that. Yeah, well, I think that's team sport. In our mind, we have the best selection. So some players who are not involved will be very disappointed. But that's normal. I think if you're not a member of the squad, you have to be disappointed. And just to show us for the next time that they are become a better player. So probably they have to play better than what they have shown so far, because otherwise they were in the squad. But that they are disappointed, I really can understand that. But that's the way life is. There's competition. Well, the first thing we said it already straight from the beginning, after seeing a lot of tapes from the games and after a lot of discussion with Pim in the beginning and later with Afshin and Bo, we thought that we can have a very good side. A team who really has a great team spirit, a team that likes to win, a team who likes to attack football. So if we can balance that also in the organization, that they have to know what they have to do defensively as well, then we can reach the second round. That's the main target at the moment. And what I said, if we come in the second round with Spain and Ukraine probably, yeah, then everything can happen. Not only for us, but for all the other countries. And that shows also the way it was in 2002. So in that way, first try to find out to come in the second round, and then we will see what happens. Yeah, well, in principle, I give already answer on that. We try to find out the right balance in every aspect of a team, in every player. So in that way, if we find that and we think, okay, it works together, in that way we find the 23 players. Well, I think young Pio shows at PSV and at Spurs that he's improving that way. So in that way, I think comparing with 2002, I think we have a similar side, maybe even a better side. But what I said, the advantage of 2002 was that you played at home with the fans. But quality-wise, I think that we have now a better side than in 2002. Maybe hard to say, but and again, a player like Bo, you can't replace. So you have to do it on a different way. Now we have seen already on our tour, but the foreign players were not involved in that tour, that the quality in the squad was very tight. When we played 11 against 11, it was always 0-1, 0-0. So there's not a big difference between the players, so that's good. So there's a lot of competition in the squad to come in the team. But there's only one part what is important, that we find a team who can win. And that's the most important thing. May I give an answer on that? The first question about Song. Well, I said already in the beginning, the good thing of this squad is that a lot of players, if you see our forwards players, the wingers, they can play on the right side or on the left side. That makes no difference because they are two-sided. So in that way, there's a big advantage on other teams. That's the same with Song. By Feyenoord, he played right fullback and right midfield. So he can play both positions. And a lot of players in our team has the quality to bring the performance on different positions. Well, everybody get his chance at the training pitch. But when we have the games, then we still have to find the right team. So in that way we have to see as well, if players are really tired after the season, maybe give them one game off. But in principle we like to start the way we see with a team who can play a World Cup. But the players have to realize, the players who are starting, that they know that they have to bring a performance. Because otherwise they know that other people are desperate to come in and do the job.